We have no use for anarchy and violence and destruction of property and loss of life. Wale ambao wanasponsor hiyo violence, sisi tunawajua. And I want to call out those who are behind the anarchy in Kenya, those who are behind the sponsoring the chaos in the Republic of Kenya. Shame on them, because they are sponsoring violence against our democratic nation.
Quite a bit of back and forth from the government as to who was responsible for, quote, sponsoring the protests. Madam Ambassador, the government and the president himself have accused an American organization, Ford Foundation, of sponsoring, quote, anarchy. The president himself saying, if they're going to sponsor violence in Kenya, if they're going to sponsor anarchy, we're going to call them out and we're going to tell them that they either style up or they leave. So Ford Foundation, an American organization that has had quite some work in this country for decades, standing accused of sponsoring anarchy in the country.
I thought that was wrong. I absolutely thought that was wrong. The Ford Foundation has worked in this country for almost 60 years. They support many, many civil society organizations. By the way, civil society is very important to democracy, alongside youth and religious leaders and others. And I've been quite vocal on this with the government. And we also had the Ford Foundation General Counsel and a couple of others here. And they are working through this. And I think that in the end, people will agree that the Ford Foundation had nothing to do with this.
We are going to call them out and we are going to tell them if they are not interested in democracy in Kenya, if they are going to sponsor violence, if they are going to sponsor anarchy, we are going to call them out and we are going to tell them they either style up or they leave.
Of course, they fund civil society organizations. So does USAID, right? So does the Wellcome Trust. So does the Rockefeller Foundation. So I thought it was very inappropriate for the government to go after the Ford Foundation.
Okay.